a sublime career. In many ways, the man opposite him represents the younger version of himself.
In 30 seconds, see a lot of educated pressure from Donaire. Try and force Inoue back, try and get him thinking, get him working, knowing he's made Inoue work.
Well, he's got the reputation as an explosive pound-for-pound puncher, but he's Donaire. He's made adjustments into his 30s. Stiff right, Donaire comes up with that famous left hook. Both men exchanging.
Shrugged him off, still coming forward. Showing that tremendous heart he's shown.
If the best of them remember that fabulous shootout with Nicholas Walters up at featherweight. His power carried all the way there too. Hurt him in a contest in pounds. He is, of course, the former owner of the WBC and WBO straps too. Stiff jab there from Inoue. Left hook upstairs, right hand to the body.
Like you say, Chris, that setting traps all the time. The variation's brilliant. Head,
Left
body.
hook from Donaire as Inoue stepped in. Just the warning signs for him that if he does overcommit, he will be tagged. To say about Donaire, he's never been overawed by an opponent, even when he's been outboxed or even hurt in a contest with leather. Shown a brilliant chin over the years. He takes those feet back well with him to take the sting out of punches. Can he bring back for this one?
Good opening round there. Really exciting stuff. Inoue, see the work here. Both jumped in with left hooks. It's the left hook of Inoue that landed.
They don't hook with a hooker, it applies to them both. They both did it in that first round. Donaire missed, Inoue landed, and it will be those margins, Darren. Just a fight that you cannot blink, actually could lie there at any moment. Donaire just feints upstairs, looks for that jab to the body. Starting a little more aggressively.
The aggressive style of boxing, he does like to hold the centre of the ring, though he is comfortable on the back foot. Does a majority of his work. Stand there, he's able to take a step back and try and counter Donaire.
It was Donaire who was the years of his career. As Inoue lands that left hook a couple of times. Donaire's taken.
Real spine and snap. We see there, he puts everything into his shots in Inoue. We've seen so many knockouts, 16 KOs. A good left hook seems to stagger Donaire there.
Knocked him off balance. As Donaire hurt to the body. And another. Intriguing opening round and a half.
Starting to walk forward, starting to plant his feet a bit more. Starting to really let the shots go, really power.
Donaire naturally the bigger man, of course. This is a unification fight, so there was no... Yeah, that will suit Donaire more than it will Inoue, who's come up from the weight divisions.
Not a great deal in sizes there, but slightly bigger. But the bigger punch is certainly Inoue in there.
The ones that Donaire isn't able to read, but he's walking through them so far. Catches Inoue on the chin.
But I mean, if Donaire is trying to get this into the later rounds, it's so important he does it, dictating the pace, made him work an awful lot. This is good work forward, good variation of shot, using his angle, stepping to the left and right of Inoue.
He's landing and opponents falling. It's the first time where that hasn't happened in this tournament so far. Donaire has eaten little of consequence by way of being hurt, just staggered earlier on in this round, but
some blood.
He's cut Inoue with that left hook.
From Inoue, and here we see
that was the one that took him off balance. Here comes the left hook.
There we go,
on the shot. Face is the one that cut him. He hasn't yet seen in his career against the man 1 week short of his 37th birthday. So far, Darren, he's not given Inoue the data and the patterns that some of his previous opponents have in order for him to high above that cut, just trying to shield it from perhaps another left hook.
But it's just the experience of Donaire. For a second that, you know, the 4-weight world champion, the experience that he's gathered in, you know, the 45 fights that he's had is invaluable. Old man and out-hustle Inoue. Like I say, try and pressurise him, put him in places he's never been before.
It's interesting to see Inoue, not the bigger, stronger man, with blood from the nose now too.
Negative seeds in the mind of Inoue.
So far, just being answered by Nonito Donaire, back down at 118 pounds, arguably come up from flyweight all those years ago. fought well, really, because of his power. He was able to fight up at those divisions, not naturally places where his body needed to be. Then the right Donaire, matching his footwork, keeping him against the ropes. Left hook to the body.
The good stuff, it really is. You know, there's always that worry that someone like Inoue can get carried away with their own hype. You know, that's when you're in there with someone experienced like Donaire, that doubt can start creeping in. You know, am I that good? In the pace, putting pressure on Inoue that we've never seen before.
And who would have thought this? In a neck-and-neck encounter, Inoue just trying to find his distance and range. He's landed clean shots forwards, landing leather. He's cut the man who ripped through opponents as he stepped back in. All the time going all the way back to Joe Louis, Jim Jeffries, Ezra, Charles, Sugar Ray Robinson too. The Jones career. Wouldn't want Donaire to be in that situation. So far, not only is he being competitive, he is exceeding.
Yeah, you know, I guess he is raising question marks, people questioning, you know, that I'm sure someone like Donaire would have been extremely confident in his own ability. He knows full well that he can come over here and very positively making Inoue think all the time, not allowing him on the front foot. Constant pressure, which is good stuff. Good short left hook went in and again from Inoue.
Better work from Inoue. Notice he's got good hand work by his cut man. Settle in. Not an easy task, and Donaire in the other point too, been in his corner for a decade now as well. Lovely left hook, right hand, beg your pardons. He's taking a lot of these clean now.
What he's doing is he's making Donaire fall short and countering with good shots, crisp shots. You see every time Inoue throws a shot, it's razor shot. Boxing nice on the back foot here.
He's having to work harder than perhaps he would have liked to. The fight, Darren, as you said, was Donaire's plan. This is the kind of pace he would have wanted to set to test the engine.
Inoue dictating the pace, getting into the second half of the contest, not having to have done much. So he's still fresh himself. Good lateral movement there from the back foot. Donaire would be extremely pleased with how the first 4 rounds have gone.
A nice counter right hand, just as Inoue was, and as you say, Inoue just in the ascendancy. That was the shot that just landed. Stiff jab to the body, just parried away. Donaire feints into range again. Round 4, better for Inoue.
But this was the good right overhand right.
Didn't take it full though, did he?
No, he didn't. Experienced fighters, they're able to take the sting out of shots. We see there that was a good slip over the jab of Inoue.
Not many would have predicted that it would go that far, and perhaps doing a disservice to Donaire's experience and steps in, and Inoue just took the sting out of that right hand. And Inoue just started to see these shots coming a little bit better. It's when they stand and trade on the inside that Donaire had the most success.
Try and pick these counter shots, counter left hook there.
That staggered Donaire. His hand position was responsive.
The fact that Inoue had 48 knockouts as an amateur is incredible. It really is, you know, a born. He'll be happy, like I say, how this contest is going so far.
He was becoming a little too over-reliant on the one punch to get him out of trouble. It did against Vic Darchinyan in the second fight. It nearly did one bit, and arguably, Darren, the shots that he has landed have just created a bit of early tentativity in Inoue that we haven't seen before.
Head and body, lovely, with real snap, making Donaire think a little bit more about the shots. There you go, see the jab there.
To say that through this 5th round, both have been chin checks on multiple occasions. Both have passed the test so far, but both semi-finals were for both of the men in the final room. Just as we say it, the right hand lands, and it's staggered. Nonito, sensing the moment, steps on him now. How much of this is Donaire seeing coming? Covers up, rolls, but his legs to the bell. Inoue opens up. Check left hook from Donaire. He's firing away, but he is hurt here. Be under no illusions.
And switched off for a second, but we see the concentration there. Oh, it was a left hook, started it right. That really stunned chin of Donaire, but took it well, but that was a big round. And there we go, there's the right hand, lovely shot over the jab there. The knee, big round for Inoue.
The left hand was low, he was in range. He will know the answer to that, but the crowd have responded. Overcommitting, getting greedy. I think Donaire has shown his good powers of recovery over the years too.
Very shortly, looking to counter that jab of Donaire. It was the right hand in the previous round.
Prograde, not too long ago, produced a classic. This in a different way, because perhaps we expected it from Prograde by a man nearly a decade. Over a decade is so versatile for him these days, and was so much in the past for Donaire. But are we just starting to see the old champion ground down?
He still looks fairly comfortable, but Inoue is starting to find the target a bit easier now. Slowly, Donaire. Spin that right hand over the top there as we see it. That's really stunned him in the previous round.
Take us into the second half of the fight. Inoue lands a check left hook there. Donaire with his hands low, and back to the corners.
In close quarters with Donaire.
All the while he sees those shots coming, Darren.
And on all of a sudden, bang, comes back with a big shot.
Well, regardless of the outcome, Nonito Donaire can be hugely proud. First ballot Hall of Famer in years to come. That invitation will arrive in the post, but he will be remembered on their way up. It just takes one contest to remove that veil of invincibility. He hasn't been in his professional career before. It's good to see as well.
Absolutely, you know, and regardless of the result, this will hold him in good stead. Progress, move forward.
Stiff exchange of jabs. Oh, lovely double jab right hand there from Donaire, but again, counter left hook to the body.
Very impressed with, you know, they understand split second, it can all be over. This jab of Inoue, very quick, very spiteful. Good work again from Donaire coming forward. Such a warrior, isn't he?
Division world champion. 5 if you include that WBA interim title. Many people choose not to, that's absolutely fine either way. It's fair to say he's achieved everything that he could have to turn things up with 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the spiteful shots, Chris. Planting his feet really strong.
As you said earlier, Darren, Donaire will be seeing some of these shots coming, and he will see them in the way that when it did. He's taking shots that he probably wouldn't have taken in the early days. He's been caught with things. His feet are noticeably slower. Who went on late in the day, and it was those fundamentals that became the core of an older fighter. When
you know, he's an absolute warrior. I'll also give credit, huge credit, to both guys' chins. You know, this is a question.
Diego Corrales, Frankie Lyles, Michael Nunn, Johnny Tapia, Edwin Valero, of course, until he passed, and at 79 years of age.
He's very good with his footwork, Inoue. Takes the space away from his opponent so well. But that's a good right hand.
Lovely stiff double right hand. The poker face is on, but he felt those.
I thought he was stunned for a second there, but he took it very well. Another good overhand right. Taking some good shots from Donaire.
Donaire lasering in with that right hand. He's landed 5 or 6. Inoue, a champion's response. Sticks that left hook into the body. Tries to maintain that gap. Donaire just sensing a bit of...
Both thinking, both letting their shots go. It's brilliant, brilliant stuff.
And neither men have gone down. I don't know what the odds would have been on it. Wouldn't have got much though. And now comes Inoue again. Trickled down that time. They've done a really good job in the corner of managing it so far. Oh, stiff just reminds him why his reputation as a puncher is as it is. Uppercut, left hook. Poor, and is it going into the eye? Could that be a problem? Right hand from Donaire now.
Let's talk a bit more now. He's been able to find the target, the chin, the experience and class.
Well, with this round in the bank, we think for Donaire it could be close on the card.
But back comes right hand counter. Beautiful stuff. And it's these little short left hooks that are making that cut open up. We see inside there.
Well, round 9 of a contest that you cannot take your eyes off. here in boxing time to shine on the centre stage, and well, aren't they putting on a show for it? Stiff right hand again from Donaire.
Yeah, he just can't miss with that right hand, can he?
The left eye of Donaire just beginning to swell a little bit. Check left hook from Inoue. And the throw back.
Oh!
Counter right hand from Nonito Donaire.
Wow!
Inoue rocked to his boots, but he knows that he can't rush in. He knows he has to be careful, but he's got Inoue hurt here. All eyes are on the old champion. Stiff right hand lands yet again. Inoue takes it, tries to come back with a counter. Was the last man to beat him, Carl Frampton. That was at featherweight, and he said, do not underestimate them.
Lots of blood from the eye and the nose. Having an awful lot to think about here. Really, really good.
Well, it was a fight that he actively sought out 18 months ago, that he felt he could take advantage of. Perhaps he remembers the strength he had back down at 118 pounds.
You know, there's a huge amount of, I mean, wow. That's a lovely right hand. Really, really was.
And Inoue tried to hang on, he didn't let him.
There we go, right on the chin. I mean, that was a lovely shot. He took it so well, Inoue, though he was hurt. He managed to grab our fighter he is, and he's showing it now.
Into round number 10, and it has those easier contests that ended early. Helped the circumstances. You know, Inoue is fresh. He's the young, hungry puncher, as Donaire was all those years ago to this final. And what reserves he does have left, he's going to leave in the ring tonight, but Inoue knows he has to start strongly here. And off the back of it from Donaire. Inoue rips to the body, head snapped back by that left hand, which has served him.
There, stalking his man. Good right hand again. Inoue takes the sting out of it, but still it's a landing shot, scoring shot.
Older legs work, but so far they're working well. More than once. But for him to still be there, still firing back, and arguably in the ascendancy, must
with
be
ease, and you've probably got everybody telling you how good you are and what a great fighter you are. All boxing experts classing you as one of the best out there. And kick in, you know, when you're in a contest like this and you've got an experienced champion in front of you who really believes in himself, doubt can't kick in, but this is good stuff from Inoue.
Side, Donaire goes a little flat-footed for the first time in a while. Inoue just picking and moving now.
Oh, good right hand.
And this is now Inoue's round.
Oh, and again.
But he hurt Donaire there, and he did. Right hand, left foot, first time in the round. Inoue starting to pick those shots. The bell came at just the right time.
What a fight, honestly. Brilliant like that one.
Well, let's have a look at it. It was the jab that just set the shot up, blinded his vision.
Pretty sure it was a short right hand that come in. Good jab from Donaire there, but it was the end. Good left to the body. Didn't actually see the shot that stunned Donaire shortly, but
as good as we had hoped it had the potential to be. Of course, there were those saying it would be over in a couple. We, of course, didn't think it would. Have the kettle on over 20 minutes ago now, but we're still here. Championship rounds. Right.
Oh!
Donaire is hurt here. The shots landing cleanly because Donaire not taking his feet back
with the variations. Head, body, these right hands, he cannot miss at the minute. Worrying times for Donaire. He is good. Lovely work.
Donaire desperately trying to get back on that jab, establish the range, push Inoue backwards, just give himself a breather momentarily. Can box southpaw, doesn't do so very often.
This is the home crowd now, really get behind him. That's a lovely left to the body. Lovely shot.
It's hurting.
I don't know what the ref's doing.
Well, he's down for only the third time in his career. It was respectful from Inoue, who let him walk away up. And the referee says box on. Is the end now here, tries to hang on. Inoue opening up for the finish. He's working upstairs. Is he looking for one more? Big left over the last 11 rounds, but is this the end? Check left hook now. He's hurt Inoue.
The way of the shots from Inoue.
Well, the left hand that's got him out of jail so many times in his career. Just holding inside Tama. As Inoue opens up again, sinks the left into the body. Donaire thought about taking. Inoue paws forward, right hand lands, 10 seconds on the clock. Can Donaire see out the round here? Digs that right hand into the body. Remarkable round. One of the best rounds of the year so far, Dan.
Any fight anywhere. It was fantastic.
Well, you talk about the great rounds in history of boxing. People will look back on this one as one of them.
Really didn't want to go down there, Donaire, but that delayed reaction that you get a lot of the time from body shots. I know myself.
He's the first man to his feet, Nonito Donaire. It has been a classic, and the respect between these two now out of there in the last round. Can Donaire see out the 12? You feel he deserves to.
Absolutely. But being the champion,
Inoue pause for thought for a moment there. Opens up with those combinations again. He knows 2 minutes to the body to do so, but he comes forward again. Powers of recovery, remarkable. He would have whipped himself into as good a shape, condition-wise, perhaps as he's ever been. And the proof has been in the pudding. See, this is ebbed and flowed from start to finish. Both have had their moments. The moment now is for Inoue. It's just this world of Donaire. Get the sense, Darren, we may be watching the last minute of the career of Nonito Donaire, whatever do this. And if it is, what a servant he's been, a credit to the sport of boxing over the last nearly 2 decades.
Champion.
Both so popular in Japan, and of course the fans will want their hometown hero. 25 seconds to go in a quite memorable encounter here in Saitama. Donaire
enjoyed this, I really have. It's been amazing, and hats off to both guys. Fantastic stuff.
Well, they go toe to toe to the final, much better than any fan could have predicted. A modern classic between
the
these
halfway stage. I had Inoue up 1 and Donaire on the ascendancy, looking very good. Why? He's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. It was honestly amazing stuff. Hats off to both guys. That was
to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Naoya, the master